I've been told to project. It's not my best attribute. I'll do my best. So, as a new parent, I've been asked to speak on this subject. So you get this. If you think grown-ups are ridiculous, babies, man. First of all, who thought of the onesie? I'm not talking about the garment. What sick person thought of that word? Uttered aloud once. Onesie. Then try it 50 times in your day. It hurts. Also, it's a cliche, because yes, stealing candy from a baby is not only easy, it's also fun. But I've since learned it's also a choking hazard, so why the hell is that a cliche? I have a young girl about 9 months old, and as I smother her with unwanted kisses and zerberts and I drink in her scent, I wonder what the Me Too movement thinks of my affection. Why does everyone get mad when I call my baby fat? First of all, it's a compliment. Ever tried to sell a skinny baby? There's no market for it. Second of all, I've waited my whole life to call someone fat, with impunity. Now it is go time. I happen to think of babies as short, fat humans, so I speak the same way I speak to my adult friends, with a healthy skepticism. If baby talk is where the bar is, who's going to rise above? Which is why in my house we speak in iambic pentameter. Yes, it's easy to make a couple of jokes, but the truth is I've also experienced something more. If you look at a baby, any baby, well, not any baby. Some babies peak later, but my baby, she's perfect. Right now it's all perfect. The way she looks, the way she smells, the sound she makes, every gesture, however approximate, brings joy. The way she sleeps brings peace. This is perfection. That perfection is the only explanation I have for a certain kind of woman. Whenever they see my daughter, all say the same thing. My goodness. I don't like it. That's actually a pretty good joke. I don't like it, but let's face it, I say the same thing in the face of perfections. I say dumb things too. We have another one, a boy who's about 6 years old, older than the perfect baby. He's a good kid, kind, funny, curious, even deep in a 6-year-old sort of way. Once he asked me, "Is today tomorrow?" I love that kid, but he sneaks my cookie. In the car, he waits until we've driven exactly 1 block to tell me he's got to pee. Sometimes he gets car sick for no other reason than I turned left. Early in the morning, he's perhaps the slowest person on earth getting ready for school. It should not take that long to put on shoes. In the evening, he finds his top speed trying to outrun bedtime. So he's less perfect. But when you get him to sleep, he's perpendicular on the bed, mouth agape, clutching an oblong stuffed animal. He's still perfect. And recently I started teaching college kids. I like to think of them as the e-cigarette generation. I've even had the privilege of watching one of them sleep in my class. That was not perfect. But when they're curious, and when the light goes on, and when they learn, and then when they put that thing that they learned into their own work, and their voice gets a little more clear, well, that's pretty goddamn perfect. Less perfect than when they were 6, and a lot less perfect when they were fat babies, but still perfect. But then just to continue the thought experiment, draw a straight line to me. Other than the hair, I'm pretty much the gold standard for imperfect. And those of you out there who had the unique experience of watching me sleep, hi there. I think we can agree, certainly, I'm more imperfect than any of those amateurs. But the question is, why would we as a species be getting worse? Again, don't focus on the hair. I'm really good at being imperfect. And yet, I made this something that's quite perfect. I mean, she's short, and she's fat, and she tries to eat power chords. She belches like a drunk sailor, and she doesn't have ankles. I I mean, 0 ankles. There's like a calf and a foot. And there's nothing in between. And yet, if you ever saw her smile, and if you ever heard her laugh, and I know I'm biased, but she's got great hair. But being a new parent got me thinking about the distance between that perfect baby and that less perfect 6-year-old, and those more less perfect college students, and the epically imperfect person standing in front of you. And maybe that distance between perfect and imperfect is not time or age or any of that stuff. Maybe that distance is so small, we should consider the possibility that there is no distance. So maybe that distance between perfect and imperfect is just an illusion. And maybe, just maybe, the ability to see that illusion, maybe that's grace.